Hey, my name's Lewis from monstertech, and this is a quick look at the HP Touchpad. This is the first tablet from HP, and it uses the WebOS 3.0 operating system. So if any of you have used any of the handsets like the Palm Pre and Pixie, then you'll be quite aware of this operating system. Now, on the front of the tablet, we have a 9.7-inch multi-touch display, which boasts the resolution of 1024 by 768 resolution. Now bear in mind that I have this in landscape. If we had it in portrait, this would be the top of the tablet up here. So up here we have your 1.3 megapixel camera, and down the bottom we have your menu key, which is just an obligated key. If you push it, it will bring up your menu. Bring it down, it will close it, and if the tab is in standby, it will flash to let you know that you have notifications waiting for you. On the right hand side of the tablet, if you have it in portrait, you have your volume rocker, which is one piece. And you also have just down here a little tab that pulls out, and that gives you the serial information of your tablet. And on the bottom of the tablet you have your micro USB input, so that's for your charging and your data syncing. Just bear in mind that unfortunately if you do have it plugged in to your computer, it will not charge. On the left hand side of the tab, if you can see, we have two speakers which run in stereo, which are for your Beat, which are powered by Beat audio. So they're pretty cool. And on the back we have a one-piece all gloss black plastic, which you can see unfortunately is picking up loads of fingerprints already, and your HP logo in the middle. Now, one thing I'm going to say, this tablet is horrible for fingerprints, and your sunlight viewing is disastrous as well. Except for that, the screen's not too bad, the resolution's quite nice, all the animations work fine. It just... the tablet itself comes in a 16 or 32 gigabyte model. It's Wi-Fi only at the minute. There is no 3G. Whether they do that in the future, I don't know, but at the minute it's literally just Wi-Fi. It supports Flash, so for a lot of tablet and phone users, I know that will mean quite a bit. It weighs 740 grams and it's 13.7 millimeters thick. So it's quite a heavy tab, and it's not the thinnest of tabs. Inside we have 1 gig of RAM, and it's powered by a 1.2 GHz dual-core Snapdragon processor. So it has got a bit of oomph for it as far as tablets go. Now the main thing that I think HP have tried to do with this, with the WebOS, is the multitasking. Now I do believe they've actually done this really well. Compared to some of the other tabs, it is generally the main feature. So if I show you, if I open the your emails just down here, your messages, wait for that to load up. One thing I have noticed is the loading time on this is a little bit slow as well compared to some of the others. And with the gesture controls on this, if you swipe up from the bottom, it will minimise it, giving you a nice little pane bit here, which does stay open and runs in the background as well, so it doesn't stop the operation of whatever you've just closed. If I open the calendar just here and close that down, you're then given two panes which you can switch in back and forth. Another cool little thing of this as well is if you hold down one of them and drag it onto the other one, there we go, you can then make a kind of piles of all the different types of applications you have open. So you could have all of your web bits down here, you could have your business stuff just here, and a game just there, which is great because it just organises a little bit nicer than some of the other tablets. Move that apart. So when you're done with one of your operations, if you want to close it down, the easiest way to do this is just flick it off the screen like that. Or if you want to do it a bit more fun, if you bring it down and slingshot it away, which is what I prefer doing. Now down the bottom of the tablet you have your launcher bar, and on the right hand side of the launcher bar here you have this button here which brings up your menu, just like that. You can also do that by pushing this button here, which does that. Now in your menu, it's quite simple, which I like about it. So you have an app section just up here, you have your downloads, favourites and settings. So if I click these, it just runs you through them like this. With your favourites as well, you can drop and drag anything from settings, downloads and apps and move them into the favourites section of it. So if I show you here, if I hold down BPM, move that across like that, you can then drop it just in there. That went really well. Generally that doesn't work. I think that could have been a little bit smoother in doing that. Well, you don't just click that, and it sorts it all out for you. There we go. So with the top of the screen just up here, if you click this, it shows your battery, time, Wi-Fi, aeroplane mode, all those general bits and bobs. And if you click up here, it shows you all your notifications. So you can see at the minute, from Karen Mills, I have a friend request. which I have no idea who she is. There we go. And this just here is pretty cool. So this is just a just type section. A lot like the iPhones, when you swoop to your left, you can put anything in and it will do a general search on the device itself and give you lots of web-based options on what you can do. So if I put in anything, there we go, and click on here, it gives you the option to do a Google search. You can also search using Maps, Wikipedia, Twitter, and HP and App Catalog, and it gives you some quick actions as well, so you can add it to your memo, write an email on it, add it to new events, or update your Facebook status. With this as well, you can also go to your contacts, and obviously I haven't got a contact under that name. You have your content and your actions. So let's bring that back up. There we go. With this taskbar down here as well, you can change these. So if I bring you to this and hold this down, move this off, it will remove it, so I only have 4. If I want to add this down there, move it down, it will add it to my taskbar. The only thing that you can't get rid of is your menu key just here. With the web browser, I'll show you the web browser. It's quite a basic web browser, but it does work quite well. So if we load up a bit of the old Google, there we go. I think refresh rate on this works really well as well. I haven't noticed much lag and the rendering seems to be quite quick. Generally it works really well. I have heard a lot of people say that the screen brightness isn't great compared to some of the other tabs, and I agree, it isn't the brightest tab on the market, but to be honest, I really haven't seen a difference. At the minute I literally have it on the lowest just because of the camera I'm using. If I show you here, bring it right up, there we go. It is generally quite a bright screen, and I really haven't got a problem with it. Let's bring it back down. There we go. And get rid of that one. To be honest, that's pretty much it. I think HP did a great job on it. I really like the WebOS 3.0. And the tile stacking system for multitasking works really well. I think it's a little bit like the playbook. Whoever did it first, I don't know, but they both do it really well, so I haven't got a problem with that. As long as it works, that's all I care about, and I'm guessing that's probably all you care about as well. I think first impressions on it as well is they could have put a bit more money into the actual look of the pad. It looks great, but it just looks standard. There's nothing that really sticks out to me about it. And the fingerprints is just a nightmare. Literally, you'll get them all over the back, all over the front. They even went out their way to give you a little wipey thing inside the box, which I think generally is for cleaning the pad of the fingerprints, because they probably knew it was going to happen. Except for that, I haven't got a problem with it. I think for the price of the pad when it first came out, that was a bit of a problem. It really couldn't stand up to anything like the iPads and some of the high level Android systems. Now that it's had its drop, and obviously there's the talk of it being completely discontinued, whether HP will do that, I don't know. As there's none actually available to buy at the minute, well, there's the odd few here and there. It's great to see that HP are still bringing out updates for the operating system on it as well. I think it was only a month or two back that I had a fresh update, and there has been a few since then. One thing to note as well is the App Store on this, which unfortunately isn't the greatest App Store that I've ever seen. If we go across and find it just here for you. App Store. There we go, HP App Catalog. Once again, loading. So with the App Store, it runs on what's called Pivot, which basically tells you all about the applications, gives you like a little insight on what's going on, and some of the top applications as well, which is pretty cool. You can run the catalogs just down here. So there are some awesome stuff going on. Assassin's Creed, it's got the Angry Birds, Nova 2 HD. So it is starting to get there, but as the same as any new operating system, it's going to have its teething moments. The same with BlackBerry, even the same with Android when it first kicked off. It didn't have the most amazing app catalog that was brought. And whether that's going to carry on, I do not know, seeing as HP kind of seem to have dropped the idea of this pad at the minute. But only time will tell with that. So that is pretty much it. That is my first impression of the HP Touchpad. I would generally give it around about a 6 out of 10. If they kept the price at £89, then it is definitely a buy. Thank you for watching. My name's Lewis, and I hope you enjoy some of the videos on monstertech. Bye bye.